Hey, this is Ryan with Mission Darkness. Here we have our CYPHERCYLENT Faraday tent with a vestibule. Now what the vestibule is, it's a two-door system that allows an investigator, digital forensics investigator, or anyone to walk inside of this tent through the first door, close that first door, and open the second door on the inside, and it allows the tent to maintain complete signal blockage at all times. It's going to block Wi-Fi, cell signals, Bluetooth. All radio frequency signals are going to be blocked by way of this two-door system. So we'll see how it works. So this is a patent-pending door system made by Mission Darkness. It uses carbon fiber stiffeners that are really quick, simple to open, and really effective at signal blocking when closed. When closed, you don't have to wipe your hand around this door system. It's really, really repeatable. So that right there is how you open it. You use these clips to keep it open. Then you can see inside of there the second door. When this door is closed and that door is open, you effectively have an additional 4 feet of usable space inside of the tent, and that's for the equipment that's on either side of this. So for example, we may have a locker, an evidence locker here that can be used to charge or shield or hold devices. Over here, we may have a Faraday box, a block box lab type system. Just about anything you want to put over here, you can, and you've got ample space. If you've seen other Faraday tents on the market, usually we've got like a tunnel, kind of constrained tunnel system, and we blew this out to the full width of the tent. The next thing you'll notice is full LED rope lighting on the inside, so it's lit in the vestibule. This is really nice, so you can use it as another space, a working space, and that is accomplished by way of its own filter that maintains full RF blockage with a power port there to allow for the LED. Now this filter is not tied into the main compartment, and that's to maintain redundancy of blocking. Just in case there's any failures, it's not going to affect the main compartment in there, or rather affect both filter systems. So what we would do is we would close this down. We're going to leave it open right now just so we can see what's going on. And then we would, after closing that, we would open this door to the main compartment of the tent. And clip that. Use the second clip to hold it up. And then we can see on the inside of the main compartment. So once that other door is down, we've got the full width of the tent that's fully signal blocked, and we've effectively got, in this version, 6 foot by 6 foot by 7.5, plus that 4 feet, we've got about 10 feet. And this is our standard configuration of tent that we sell for digital forensics investigators. This is usually the size which provides ample space for working. So you can have a computer, you can have forensic extraction tools such as Celebrite, Gray Key, XRY, and others, evidence handling, bags for signal blocking, moving in and out, cables, and all that. Here in this setup, we have our crack cabinet. This is a cabinet that provides charging to devices that are under password cracking operations, as well as cooling. So it's going to keep those devices totally under the best conditions to crack passwords as fast as possible. So that's here just as a demonstration. We've only used about 1/3 of the total space in here, so you can easily have 2 people working in tandem on mobile evidence at any given time, even possibly 3. Over here we have the same thing on the LED rope system. This provides lighting all around. It's totally bright in here. There's no dark or dead spots to make sure that you can see everything inside. Down here we have a RF shielded filter. This is a honeycomb vent filter made by Mission Darkness. This is supplying air inside of the tent with a fan that can be turned up or down for speed, which we'll see in a minute. And then we have an exhaust vent up here letting the air out. You want to make sure that you have this so anybody in here is not going to get overly hot. Without air system providing fresh air at any given time, it can get hot inside of these tents. Next thing you'll see down here is our standard digital forensics filter setup. This is going to provide 1 power, RJ45, and 2 USB. Most forensic investigators are good with this because it supplies power for computers or forensic tools, as well as the Ethernet for internet access or device licenses. If you want any other configuration on the filter panel, contact us. We do all kinds of filter options. Anything that you need, we can usually supply it. Again, this size is about 6 by 6, 7.5. We do all different sizes. Contact us if you'd like something special, much larger or a little bit smaller. We can accommodate. So now we're going to go ahead. Oh, one last thing we don't want to forget. We have the protective liner on the floor here. This is important to make sure that the bottom of the tent is protected at all times. Everything, the liner, the tent, it can all fold up. It's very lightweight, it's compact, and it goes in a few Pelican cases for transport should you want to move it outside of your lab or use it in a mobile situation. So now we're going to step outside the tent, take a look at what we have going with the frame and other components. So the frame system here, this is a carbon fiber system. It's very different than other tents you may have seen with aluminum or steel poles. The carbon fiber is very lightweight and it's incredibly strong. It's going to support this tent, which is not that heavy, but it's enough that we want a strong, rigid system. And what's really cool is it breaks in the middle here with a buckle. If I undid this buckle, this would fold down and I could disconnect these corners really quickly. It folds down and we don't have to disconnect and find the joints and figure out what to connect where. It's all really intuitive. Now these corners down here are aluminum, and these are made entirely by Mission Darkness. So this is a patent pending corner system. It's modular, meaning these connectors that go to the carbon fiber can be connected here. We can add on, we can make different tent configurations without having to repurchase a whole new set of corners. And the carbon fiber poles have connections here that come undone really quickly. If I were to pull that out, it's undone. And then if I want to secure it, I secure this here. So this right here is part of the magic of this tent. It's really lightweight, easy to do, undo, and there's no guessing on which components go where. They're all the same. The tent connects with quick straps right here. These are all the same as well. So again, no guessing, no different configurations per side. It's all the same per side. And then here we'll notice the filter plate. Now this is the power filter that goes inside of the vestibule. We showed this on the inside. This again is for redundancy, where you are not using the same filter as the main compartment. Like, it is its own for lighting, and we have a carbon fiber T-stand. This is lightweight, and it comes apart down here really quickly, so you can fold it and put it inside of the case. And then you just connect this and that to set it up. Really rigid and lightweight. And we use that same one over in our main filter, which we'll see in a second. Now we have the air intake. This is supplied through a tube that comes from ambient air into the intake honeycomb vent. And back here, this fan is adjustable. So we can increase the level of air. You'll notice it fills out the tent a little bit if we increase that, or we can decrease it down if it's too much air and it's just not necessary. So that's a really nice feature of this fan here. And then we'll move on to the main filter. So we saw this from the inside, here's the outside. Again, carbon fiber T-plate, comes apart at the bottom with thumb screws, folds for flatness. Carbon fiber, again, is just lightweight and rigid. It's really nice to supply all of these types of components when you want to transport it, so you don't aggregate all the weight into a really heavy system. Again, we can do all kinds of filter plate configurations. Just let us know what you're looking for, as well as different sizes of the tent. This is the CYPHERCYLENT Faraday tent, vestibule version with 2 separate doors, made by Mission Darkness.